good morning, online friends. I hope I am audible. And also the screen is visible. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we are almost on a verge of completing income tax. Hopefully by end of tomorrow, income tax will be over. Majority will complete today only. Maja is there in life. Hey, please see. While preparing for your examination, you should prepare very well, or else you know what will happen. Attempt to find, okay. How should I plan my preparation? There is something called as section wise weightage. Have you seen this? Have you shown this? You are in intermediate level. Now you see over here what they have done over here in section wise weightage. This is very helpful for you to plan your studies. One common thing which you should understand in life is, if you know your speed, that you will not be able to complete the entire 100 marks ka paper. Okay, that is something which you should prepare. Sir, how do you know whether we will be able to complete or not? How do you know about our speed? What you can do is take any question paper, any paper you want, or whichever paper you feel, no, this I feel I am writing slow on this paper, etc. Take any paper, just write, meaning take suggested answer of any paper, see that and write. Answers you see and write. You just copy the answers in your book and you see in what time you are able to complete. If you are able to complete that in 2 hours 30 minutes, that means you will be able to complete that 100 marks of paper in 3 hours, because during exam hall you are going to think also a little bit. So that target you keep. Write any paper, 2 paper, 3 paper you write, and just work like this. So you will understand whether I will be able to write for 100 marks or not. Like I always knew that I cannot write for 100 marks. Maximum I can go is 80 marks. Maximum, this is the highest I can go is 80 marks. And in theory and all, 60 to 70 marks is my maximum writing, because for me writing neatly was more important than writing too much. So I used to write like that. I used to write very neatly, that a person who is seeing my paper, by seeing only he should feel that he is clear whether I have written something or not. Generally it works out like that only. Many people whom you see, they may be completely uneducated, they may not have any sense at all to what should I talk, what should I not talk, etc. But if they are dressed properly, first thing which is going to come to your mind is, this person looks educated, he looks this, correct? No? Because for first impression for that examiner who is correcting your paper is your writing. How well have you presented the answer? That also, if you present first 3 pages properly, he is impressed. One person has 7 to 9 minutes to correct one paper. That is highest they give. 9 minutes is highest, 7 minutes is what you are supposed to take. So in 7 minutes, he is supposed to correct a paper. They have one time limit, meaning, like for example, if I am starting correcting paper, no, I have target that I should correct only this much papers in a day. And once you start, correction all happens online. If you have seen anybody's suggested answers, or online, if you have seen some YouTube videos. So what will happen is, once you open the portal, the timer will start. Okay, once you open the portal, the timer will start. Now the time is running. You have 1 hour time, the time will run. So in that 1 hour time, you have a target of completing, let us say 50 papers you are supposed to complete. Or let us say 30 papers you are supposed to complete. 30 also is too much. Not 6, 7. 10 papers you are supposed to complete. So if I am completing 10 papers, that means each paper I can give maximum 6 minutes. Correct? 6 minutes I can give. Now in 6 minutes they are supposed to correct your paper. Of course, in that some papers will be there who have not written anything, which will be able to culprit in a faster manner, all those things will be there. But I have effectively how much 6 minutes to correct one paper. So for me, my first impression is your writing. And when you write, you just scan your, whenever you're writing, you scan and check how good it looks. If it looks good at that time, it will look good for that fellow also who's correcting your paper. Okay, so that is one point you should make, that I should impress that fellow first, telling I am a very good student. Correct? So how will I impress? By presenting properly. Now, sir, okay, sir, impression part is clear. And I also understood that I will also be able to write 80 marks or 90 marks in examination. Let us say you are a student, you feel that no, sir, I will be able to complete 90 marks. 100 marks is normally not possible to complete because we will have that exam pressure, everything will be there, okay, everything will be there. So 90 marks, not, we will keep a target that I will be completing 90 marks. Every paper, you just check the paper, every paper which you are going to write, that in your examination is going to come for 120 marks. 120 marks will be one paper. Okay, like for example, talking about tax, it will be for 120 marks. Similarly, other subject also will be for around 120 or 116 marks. But tax specifically is for 120 marks because you have direct taxes, indirect taxes, 10 marks extra question will be given under both of these things. So 120 marks paper is there. Now, out of 120, will I be able to write entire 120? No, sir, I will be able to write only 90 marks. Okay, see, I'm not telling that you should do this, but I'm telling how people should plan their studies instead of just blindly writing whatever they want to, or blindly reading whatever they feel like reading. Many students are there who do Goobism. Let us say you are studying a chapter in audit, you are studying a chapter in income tax. Okay, let us say I say this chapter of deduction which is there, weightage of that chapter in examination is 2 marks. Okay, weightage of this chapter is 2 marks. Now, many people will skip, sir, 2 marks, okay, no problem, I'll ignore it. But that 2 mark, where it is required, we put, that is important. Meaning, if you are solving a question, and in that question, they have given you all the incomes computed, and from that you are supposed to subtract, like for example, they have, see, this is how deduction will work. If you want to find total income, deductions is very important. Only if you give deductions, you will come to know what is the total income. Now, question has given all this information to you, and deduction is where you are supposed to apply your brain. This is a 5 marks question or 10 marks question. Everything else is given to you. Deduction is where you are supposed to calculate or apply your brain, and you have skipped this chapter. This income from salary, house property, which PGBP, they have given this information directly. This is income from salary. This is this. Meaning this, you have to just fill the figures. This is where you are supposed to think. For this thinking, they will give 2 marks. Now, and by this you will get your total income, and then that will help you find your tax liability. So this is a 6 marks question, wherein you will get 3 marks for computation of total income, 3 marks for computation of your tax liability. How will I compute total income? Basically, this will not have any weightage at all, because you are just writing what is written. Where are you thinking? Actually, you are thinking or applying brain in deductions. That will have 2 marks weightage. 1 mark is for writing the correct point. 1 mark is for writing the notes, why you have added or subtracted, whatever it is. Then 1 mark will be for the total, whatever total you have got, total income if it is correct, 1 mark will be given. So 3 marks is allotted for this. Next 3 marks is for computation of tax liability. Now, I have done this wrong. My tax is wrong. So that 3 marks is completely gone. Correct? That 3 marks is completely gone. Now, our brain is a useless film. Our brain, in normal life, it will think negatively. In examination, it will think positive. You have written, you have filled almost 1.5 to 2 pages writing this answer. Your brain will say, I have written 2 pages, at least 2 marks or 1 mark, so they will give you. This is how our brain will work. Because I have written 2 pages, because I have written, so whatever pages it is, at least he will give 1 mark to me. But have you written what makes sense? No. Have you written what is supposed to be written? Because see, there will be points in the whatever you are writing answers, there will be points which will have no weightage at all. In examination, that point to write, that has no weightage. Because they have given that information, you are just filling that information. It will not have any weightage. So what is important is we understanding or studying the topic properly what is there. So students do this mistake, okay, because it is for 2 marks, let me skip this topic. Or Let us say I'm studying a chapter called as income from capital gain. Now, income from capital gain, you studied everything. But there are 2 points which you are feeling, this is something which I'm not understanding, I'll ignore. Now, what your brain will say, 90% of the chapters, so I know. 10%, let me ignore, no problem. 10%, normally they don't ask. Normally they don't ask this topic. Our brain will say all these things. Frankly, I'm telling you. Normally they don't ask. Let me skip this point. What if they ask? And you get stuck over there. Correct? So, when I'm planning my studies, I know first what I understand that I will not be able to write more than 90 marks. For more than 90 marks, I'm not going to write at all. Correct? So I know this. So I know my target. How will I decide my target? By taking any suggested answers, just copying it. Just copy the way it is. And please note, whatever is given in the institute that suggested answers, if you write 80% of that also in examination, you get full marks. Because they would have written full story. But when you are writing, you should write the same thing. So that you know that this is what institute is expecting from me, and this I am able to complete in what time. If you are able to complete in 2.5 hours, that means you will be able to complete it. Answer. Answer, no sir, but we have 30 marks MCQ. No, MCQ you can ignore. You take only descriptive paper. You take, because MCQ you just have to write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, etc. Yes sir, I completed 30 marks in 5 minutes. That go with me, don't do. Correct? No. So when you are working, so calculate accordingly. Calculate how, sir? Let us say I have 2.2 hours 30 minutes means 120 plus 30, 150 minutes I have for 100 marks. So for 70 marks, how much? 150 into 70 divided by 100, 105. 105 means 1 hour 45 minutes. In 1 hour 45 minutes, I should complete 70 marks. Trust. Try it. You will not be able to. Try it. After going home, today you just give yourself a break. You tell your finger, you tell your thumb, hey, let us not scroll today, let us write today. Instead of doing like that, let us do like this. Okay, one day you try, the thumb will like you. Yeah. So you write 1 hour 45 minutes. Hey, that much to your scrolling every day. Daily basis just scrolling your phone. So write it, it will come. Whether you are able to complete the paper or not. Write that paper. If you feel no sir, if I randomly select any paper, then I may not understand it. Out of all the 6 subjects which is there will be at least one subject which you have studied, or at least one subject which is your favorite subject, which you like a lot. Write that paper. Because when you are writing that, you will be understanding what you are writing also. It will make double sense. Okay, sir, I understood that I cannot write more than 90 marks. Now you should plan your studies. Now you understood that how much to write. Now you should plan your studies and decide how to write or what to study. Meaning that how will I decide, sir? That institute has told you. That institute has told you that see, this is how I am going to give marks. Every faculty in the classroom would have told you that the weightage of this topic is this much, the weightage of this topic is this much. Don't believe faculty. When faculty says like this, proof, give me proof. Institute has told it. Institute has told it. So what institute? This is from your institute material only. I am showing, correct? Website only I am showing. Now what institute material says? Now genuinely I don't have idea about accounts that much. But what the institute material says? Your accounting standard which is there, no? Accounting standard. You know accounting standards, you have accounting standards. Accounting standard will come in your examination for 55 to 65 marks. Accounts will be of 120 marks. 120 marks. So 120 into, I'll take 55 to 60 means I'll take 60%. In between I take into 60%. 72 marks is only this topic. Sir, frankly speaking, sir, when sir taught me accounting standard, no, nothing I understood. Skip. I understand. So many people were accounting standard, this accounting standard will not be important. They would have missed the classes, they would have not taken the classes, etc. They would have taken leave. Now, who are there? Okay, like we see in my class also, we see that there are Tarpuris who are coming. They are coming. I don't know why they come once. Some 10 days they don't come, and one day in between they come, and that day also they, sir, today I have college, can I go? Why did you come, Tarpuri? Who asked you to come? I have never seen your face. I have completely forgotten you only. Correct? Now you know that this is an important topic. How it is important, sir? Tick, whatever it is. You know that these many accounting, so are these many accounting standards are there? Are that many marks are also there? Company accounts is there, which includes whatever it is included by back of secretaries, weekly order number. Now this comes for how much, sir? 30 to 35 marks. And beauty of accounts is you can study those topics separately. There will be no linking concept. Let us say I ignore studying. Not you. You are a nice person. I ignore studying this branch, accounting for branch and foreign branches. Why? Because for me weightage is only 5 to 10 marks. I am okay with ignoring this. Now you will be knowing, I would have studied long back, you will be knowing that from this topic there will be no linkage in other chapters. Is there any linkage? Meaning with your company accounts, will they ask branch of also one part as a part of that question? No. So that means I can ignore this topic. I am not telling you to ignore it. You should study fully. But I am telling, if you know that you cannot study fully, prepare accordingly. No. Because in the exam hall, you have 3 hours. You have 3 hours to write 120 marks. No, you cannot write 120 marks. You cannot write 120 marks. You have to plan your preparation right in advance. That what you have prepared, prepare it 10 times. If you do the same thing on repeated basis, you yourself know you will learn it, or you will be able to do it easily without any hesitation. Something which you know, if I teach you, you will only tell me, sir, this is what you are supposed to do. Let us say now I start writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I do a mistake, will you not be able to correct me? Why? Because you know it. How do you know it? Ask your mother. Childhood days, your mother would have taught you, right? A. Okay, genuinely, your mother would have taught all these things to you. Write A, you are writing A. I mean, teacher would have taught like this A. You are writing A. Something and all you are doing. You see this, your mother would have took your whatever hand, etc. She would have taught you A. She would have taught you A. Then you, one finger on the nose, etc. And you would have practiced this, and then you became perfect in this. And please note, if you actually remember what happened in your childhood days, your mother would have taught you only to write the word A. Maybe B also, maybe C also, and maybe D also. After that, all the other letters, you learned it by yourself. Trust me. Meaning you may not remember it. I am telling it from my experience. I have not. Just learning ABCD. Okay. So we know we have not only a now so they have different way of teaching. Some slanting line they teach, standing line, this line. They teach that lines first. Seriously, they teach some lines to them. In circle, half circle, U, something and all they teach. Then they start with 1 slanting line, 2 slanting line, 1 sleeping line. Slanting, that is A. Wow, that is nice. Our team, no standing line, no sleeping line. Correct. Now they have improved the teaching technique also, but because I have practiced it so many times, I know it today. Few things which you are doing, you don't have to use your brain. Meaning you don't have to concentrate when you are doing it. How many of you know how to ride a car? Car, two-wheeler, cycle. At all, we don't know. Jump off from this building. Cycle when you would have learned first time. But now, think. Oh, something else you will do correct now. Some boys on both the hands, they will remove and they will dance like this. Genuinely, someone is coming from front, you will remove. Correct. And there are boys who do wheelie also. Back wheelie also there. When we were in school days, they used to do back wheelie also. How are you able to do that? Did your father teach you how to do back wheelie? Did your father teach you leave your hands and do like this? Correct. He would have just taught you how to ride a cycle. But you learned all these things. Why? Because he helped you practice that learning so well that now you can do it smoothly, easily, without any hesitation. That should be your level of preparation if you want to clear. You don't know how to sit on a cycle only. You don't know what is brake. Okay, and you are riding a cycle. You are building a cycle whose chain is out. Do you think you will move forward? You will not be able to move forward. And everyone will do this mistake. And every attempt they'll do this mistake. And every attempt they will come back and say the same thing, that I'm studying so much but I'm not able to. Hey, first put the chain properly, then do your preparation. So plan the studies accordingly. Meaning if I would be at your place as a student today, which I never want to be, any, any faculty you ask, will you write the examination again? Genuinely, any faculty you come, you ask, will you write your examination again, sir? Luckily, I think now 6 papers are there. When we were writing, we had 8 papers now, so we may still say yes, but no. Inside, you know that if you give no, I know that I will not be able to clear. Seriously, ask them. Ask any faculty. Now see, you understand this. Now, what I understood by this is, for me, most important thing is this accounting standard plus that whatever that preparation of presentation of financial statement, whatever this first three chapters will give me 72 marks in examination. And company accounts will give me 30% I'll take. So 120 into 30 is 36 marks in examination. Meaning, if I do company accounts and branch audit also properly, I'll pass my exam. You don't have to do anything else also. Okay, correct? No. This is coming for 36 marks. This will come for 5%, meaning 120 into 5. 5 marks at least will come. No, 36 plus 5. Well, 41 marks. Clear the examination. You have to understand it. How will this happen? When I plan my studies. Now, let us say there is a person. There is a person who has prepared for accounting standard. He has prepared 50% of accounting standard. And if I'll prepare this chapter. 36 marks I'll prepare 50% of that. Now you prepare 50% of that. What if in examination they ask that 50% which you did not study? Correct? Hey, some people are so blessed in life that God will bless from every side. You didn't study this, not come here. Tap for the daily. Never they would have asked, okay, never they would have asked that particular topic in their examination, but they will ask for you. Some people are so unlucky, because of them others will feel. It's seriously. Now see company. Now see this. Oh wow. Company law. These subjects like this, no, company law, audit. I never used to study 100% because I know I cannot write more than 70 marks. My writing I know. But trust, when I say this, you should keep this also in mind, that whatever I used to write so well that even comma in the book I used to know. That is how you should prepare. Meaning, when you are supposed to prepare, when I say you are preparing for 90 marks, prepare for that 90 marks so well that you know everything about that. You have solved every question on the topic. From wherever the sources, you have solved every type of question. Whichever previous question paper, whatever materials are available, you have solved everything. That should be your level of preparation, and that time you will understand that you will not fail this examination. Same, like for example, if I was a person who will study this company accounts, now 70 marks comes from company law. I know the maximum weightage I should give is to these topics: declaration of dividend, company accounts, audit and auditors, companies incorporated outside India, and it is very easy. And please note, same syllabus we also had, as far as I remember. Maja is company accounts and audit and auditors. They are common in audit also, company also. For me it was common. We had a chapter in audit called as accounts and records. Whatever they have given over here, same copy paste they would have given over there also. And we had a chapter, audit is audit only. Auditors, that related point was there over there also. So you know how to plan. I am not telling you that you should prepare like that, but I am just telling you that don't miss any topic, and if you are missing something, miss it the way you are supposed to miss it. Eh? Understand some things, no, I cannot explain. You should understand my feelings. Now, problem over here is, if you see this 30%, this 30% is of 30 marks. You should not say, oh, sir, 100 ka 30%, 30 marks only this paper. 30 marks ka 35%, 30 marks ka 25%, 30 marks ka 30%, 9 marks this foreign FEMA will come in examination on an average. Okay? Coming to my paper, like basic concept residential status. One question will come. Every chapter I would have told this residential status is an important chapter. 100% one question will come for 6 months. Weightage is that only. They tell 10 to 20%. But even if it is 10%, how much is it for? 50 marks into 10% is 5 marks. That is what they'll ask. They'll ask 6 mark a question from residential status and computation ka one tax rate, etc. They'll give. Similarly, you have heads of income. Heads of income is 25 to 30% of your syllabus. Now, please note, when you are studying heads of income, you should take total income along with heads of income only. Because total income is nothing but heads of income. We will see that chapter. Okay. So I should plan and then prepare for my exams. You would have heard people telling, if you have a good plan, that means you are almost half, you have reached your destination. Okay? Normal. You are going out for a vacation. Everyone knows many times the plan will not work. But why are we planning? So that it works, or so that at least I have something in my mind what I should do. I am going out with my family. I will not go out unless until I have a proper schedule. I should leave my home at 4 o'clock, I decide. This may change. Instead of leaving at 4 o'clock, I may leave at 5 o'clock because I am going out with family. Correct? No? But the route which I am going to take, that I will decide. I will go in that route only. If there I play around, no, let me take this shortcut, you will go somewhere. Okay, you will go somewhere and you will find that, oh, I made a mistake, or that the destination which you are supposed to reach, early will reach at a very late time. Correct? So, you should make a study plan. Unless until you make a study plan, you will not be able to read anything. So, first thing which you are supposed to do after the classes are over, my class, some students, for some students, this is the last class. Tomorrow will be your last class. For some students, they have just started their studies with me, etc. For everyone, it is applicable. It is applicable for everyone. Those who have started with me, you have beautiful opportunity of studying on daily basis. Every day after the classroom, if you study for 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours, you will clear without preparing much after the class. Or now, if you are writing your examination in the upcoming attempt, how much ever you prepare will be less. Time is less. Time is less. And you know, how much ever you think that you can concentrate and study, you will not be able to study for more than 6 to 8 hours in a day. Because our brain is used to watching reels. We cannot sit at one place and watch. Worst thing, people go to watch movie in theater. Why do they go to watch a movie in theater? So that I can concentrate only on that movie. Worst thing I have seen in movie theater also, when that song is there, this always put the same reels. Meaning our patience level is so less now. Our patience level is so less, we get distracted so quickly that we ignore it. Meaning, when you are studying also, even when let us say I have given a question to you, I will have phone, I will start saying the phone. Distraction level is so high. When I am doing some company related work, office work I am doing, so let us say that the processing will take time, or I am doing, and after some time I am working for 10-15 minutes I'll work, I'll use phone for half an hour. That is how everybody is. Please note, I'm not talking about you only. I feel that your level it will be even worse when compared to us, but I don't know how it works. Okay, we get distracted very early, very soon. So better start preparation before. If I ask you to study for 16 hours a day, your first reaction will be, correct? Your first reaction will be, 16 hours a day. Yeah. But if I ask you to study for 2 hours a day, what will you say? When I first say 16 hours and then come to 2 hours, you will say, 2 hours is possible. Correct? Therefore, that 2 hours, if you don't want to study for 16 hours later, you will have to study that 2 hours today. Every day you will have to study for 2 hours, 2 hours, irrespective of when you are writing your examination. No, sir, my examination is in the month of January. Better study. So, no, sir, my examination is in the month of September. I have too much time. You don't have time. You don't have time at all. You don't have time. If you feel you have time, you are making the worst decision. Sir, how do you say this? You just see it. You just see it in our, what is it? How many chapters are there? If you remember one video link I had shared, in that I had explained that you don't have so much time. That day we had done calculation. Advanced accounts, we did chapter wise. Subject wise. Advanced accounts, how many chapters you have? Let us say 15 chapters you have. Law you have 16 chapters, huh? Law you have 15. Tax 9 plus 5 is 14, 13 chapters. This is direct taxes. Indirect taxes 15 chapters. Then I'm taking costing, audit, FMSA. I'm taking 15 each. Audit is only 11 and this is 5, 10, 15. How much is the total? 40 I will take. And what is the total of this? 61. This is 40. 101 chapters you have. 101 chapters. I mean, maybe we would have done mistake in calculation also, so I'll take it as 100 chapters. This much do you have. If it is, it will be more than this, only 100 chapters. Now tell me, if you are a person who is writing both the groups, if you complete one chapter in a day, how many days you will require to complete your course? Only study your course, how many days will you require? 100 days you will require. Help. 100 days you will require to complete just one study. When you will revise? When you will revise? You have to revise also. And not revise once or twice. You should revise minimum 2 times. Minimum 2 times is minimum. 3, 5 times is definitely clearance. More than 5 times, expect a rank. No, sir, I'm a below average student. I cannot expect rank and all. I can study for 5 times. If you can study in the sense, revise for 5 times, at least you will clear. Chances of you clearing is too high. Yeah, you understanding? So 100 days you have. Now, if I take from today also, or let us say I take on 8th of March, result is coming. Okay. So from 9th of March, I start my preparation. If I want to write both the groups, 100 days I will have to use. March month, how many days will I have? 22 days. April, May. Then, what is the total of this? 83. Then June, how many days? 17 days. Correct? No, 17 days. So this will be giving me 100 days. So by 17th of June, I will be completing my one round of study. Please note, I am talking about those students who have already completed classes. It is not applicable for those who are still studying. If you are still studying, how will you study? Still studying, right? If you are still taking the classes, how will you complete when you have not completed it all? When faculty only has not completed, how will you complete? So for you, what is the best option? If your examination is in the month of September, as and when I am taking the classes on daily basis, 2 hours you can allocate for your studies. 2 hours study what faculty is teaching. 2 hours study what already it is taught, meaning whichever subject is completed. Please see, you may feel that no sir, I have too much time. Trust me, you will see some few things are there, no, which we say you may get hurt, but that is the fact of life. You will suffer later. You will suffer later. Seriously, you will suffer, and that is a very bad feelings. You failing once is fine, but you failing 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, it will kill you. And there are people, today I meet, okay, many people are there whom I meet nowadays, they are going to GMCS and all. They say, sir, I have given 7 attempts. And then first clear your exams and then go to GMCS. Why are you wasting your money? What if you don't clear? And what if you switch? You are paying some 5,000, 10,000 rupees for GMCS. Why are you going for that? Orientation, some IIT program, something and all. Why are you going for that when you know, when you have not cleared exam? No, sir, I complete this. First you complete your syllabus, first to pass your examination, then you go. There are people, I mean, okay, 7 times they are writing. From 7 times if they are writing, see, either that person is not serious about his studies, okay, or he want to just pass their time. He does not like spending time with their family. He feels that if I go there, they'll tell me to do this work, that work. Better, if you feel that, better go there and do it right now. Because if you start that work after 3 years, then you will have to start from base. If you start it now, after 3 years, you will be somewhere in that work. There are students, okay, they say, no sir, if I go home, I get distracted. My father scolds me when I'm not studying, etc. That means he's doing the right thing to you. Therefore, I'm here. I roam around. I study. I go to library. Sometimes I study, etc. Please plan from today. Those who are writing in September, 17th of June. If you start from 9th of March, I'm telling you, 17th of June, you will complete your one round preparation. Okay, one round preparation. In one round preparation, you are not going to study only what faculty has taught. In that one round preparation, okay, if I'm taking one chapter, let us say I'm taking income from salary, I will do questions of what faculty has taught. Plus, I will see ICI material completely. Plus, I will see what this. In my case, previous year question paper will not work for you. I will see the institute releases some case study based questions, etc. Every year they release that. 8 model test papers they release. I will see that model test paper. One chapter, and trust me, if you do this, no, one chapter will take at least 3 days. In that one preparation, you should do this 3 subjects. Let us say costing accounts I'm taking. I should do what faculty has taught. I should then see ICI material. Then I should see previous year question paper. And most of the cases, it will happen that faculty has covered everything. Good. If he has covered everything, you just stick in the material that yes, I have studied this. Now, that is my first level of preparation. And when I am doing that first level of preparation, I will prepare in that manner that these are the questions which I am going to study for sure. When I revise, because this question has very good adjustment. This question is very similar to this, but only this adjustment is different. So I must just mark that adjustment. So you are supposed to plan, prepare in such manner that next time when I am studying, I don't have to study everything again. And what you guys are doing right now, teacher is teaching, you are learning. But tomorrow when you start preparation, you will study everything again. I think it is a complete waste of time. Just let us say there are people who are not attending class. What they decide? Sir, no sir, I will watch your class in 1x speed, 2x speed, I'll watch. Blah, 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 something I'll speak, okay. Very fast we speak when we are watching 2x speed. And that time we'll get frustrated when I'm joking also. When you're watching, when you know you don't have time, and when you are watching the class, when I'm taking a joke, why is he? You will feel this. You will feel, why is he joking? Right? Does he not have sense that I have my examination? I do have sense. Okay, you did not have sense. Genuinely, many students, even we watch. When we are watching, say, like, we want to watch some lectures for reference purpose, etc., we are watching those lectures. We get irritated with that person. As a faculty, we may be doing more goobism than him. But we get irritated, why is he doing goobism? Because at that moment, no, you want only studies. During the classroom, you will get everything. And at that moment, when you'll watch in 1x speed, 2x speed, etc., you'll get irritated. You get irritated when you are studying. And at that time, if you study, after that, when will you study? And many people ask, sir, if I study this much, whatever you have thought, is it sufficient? No. If you study whatever I have thought, you will only understand the concept and know the law. You have to practice. Because whatever I have thought, I have thought. Because I have thought, you know. You are supposed to use your brain and do something which you don't do. Like, for example, if you are writing the test, okay, you see the test, whatever yesterday you wrote the salary paper. Was there even a single question which we did in the classroom? That means, if you would have written the paper, you would have applied your brain. Your brain would have processed something at least that yes, I should do this in this way, this way, this way. Correct? So that is what you are supposed to do in your first preparation. Do it completely. Next, when you are studying, at the next time when you are studying, give the time. Let us say, I took at my first preparation, I took, let us say, 50 days, 20 days, etc., whatever number of days. Let us say I'm preparing for September examination. I'm making a plan for myself. September examination I'm writing. By 17th of June, my first study should be completed. And please note, there will be some chapters which are very small. There is some chapters which will be big, and everything will be compensated in this 100 days. Then, now, examination will be in the month of September. Roughly around which month, which date? 15th, will take mid of September, 15th of September. Okay, so for September ka 15 days I am ignoring. I have time 2 more months. 2 more months means 2.5 months. I have 13 days of June plus 31 days of July, 31 days of August. Now, how many days I have? 62 plus 75 days I have. In this 75 days, allot 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, 10 days for each subject. Please note, when I say subject, income tax is one subject. It is not one subject. Allot how much, sir? 10, 10, 10, 10 days for each subject. In these 10 days, what will happen? You should now prepare whatever you have studied now, you just revise that. Now, in your second revision, you will again filter that. You will again, so when you are doing the second revision, your understanding will be even better. Because when you are doing the first revision, it is as good as you are studying for the first time. When you are doing the second revision, it is at that time you will understand what you are studying. Once you do this, 60 days are gone. 60 days are gone. How many days are left? 15 days. Now, in these 15 days, give 3 days to each subject. So, 3 6 are 18. You will still need 18 days. So, you take some days from this fellow. You will still need 18 days. When you try to complete everything in 3 days. Try to complete everything in 3 days. This is your second revision. Okay, you complete in 3 days, 18. That means how many days are left for your examination? Hardly around 10 or 12 days are left in your examination. In this 12 days period, what you are supposed to do? Complete every subject in 16 hours. Complete meaning one day. One day you sleep for 8 hours and taking. Complete everything in 16 hours. Complete everything in 16 hours. Meaning single paper you should complete in 16 hours. Tax complete in 16 hours. Accounts complete in 16 hours. Meaning do revision in one single day. When you start doing all those things, now you know one day before examination will I be able to complete this paper or not. You will be that much ready for your exam. And this level preparation is required for clearing exam. This much level preparation is required. Now please note, many times what happens is, I am talking all these things on a very serious note. There will be one Google coming in between. Sir, but I will write only one group, sir. Google, you decide for yourself. Sir, I am going to write only one group. Shall I start late? Why to start late? Start now. You revise 4 times. Because if you see this, here how many times revision is happening? Only 2 times. And the third time when you are going to study is one day before examination. Tell me, if this plan is there with you, will you clear your examination now? How many of you feel, no, sir, after doing this also, I will not be able to clear my examination? You will definitely clear your examination. And if you prepare properly from the time, just randomly we have made the timetable, correct? No? In this random timetable also, if you effectively study for the first, for the first 100 days, if you are able to give 6 hours a day, good it is, sufficient, it's too much it is. And for the next, this thing, if you give 8 hours a day, and then increase it to 16 hours a day. That is more than sufficient for you to prepare. And you will not feel burdened also. Studying for 6 hours after class, please note. Class of 5 hours you should not. After class, if you are studying for 6 hours, 100% you will clear. I have completed income from salary today. Go home, complete that entire whatever I have discussed. You study that. Then start solving the questions from institute material. Start seeing the questions which we have not solved in the classroom. If you do that, you will be very perfect in the topic. And when you do it for 2-3 times, you will know that this is what institute is expecting from me. So if you have not started preparing, you have a good opportunity to start now. Please note, tomorrow will never come. By the time tomorrow comes, it is today. And today, you will again wait for tomorrow. And that tomorrow will keep on coming every day, but still you will be expecting it to come tomorrow. Whatever I said, I cannot repeat again. But I said something which I hope you understood. Genuinely, this thing, okay, when I used to prepare, I told myself that the tomorrow which you are waiting for is the today which you waited for. And that is true. Every day you feel that tomorrow will start, and tomorrow you feel, today is something will come, okay. Today cat crossed my route. So today I will not start my preparation. And group is genuinely. Please prepare timetable. If you are preparing for one group, accordingly you prepare. If you are preparing for both the groups, accordingly you prepare. And please note, Let us say you are writing, ninth is your, 8th is the result. From 9th, I'm starting my preparation. From 9th, I'm writing, sir, group 1, I'm writing in May examination. So if I take how many days exactly you will have? 22 days of this month, including 9th, 22 days will have, or maybe 23. 23 days you will have, including 9th. Because 31 days are there and 30 days. How many days you have effectively? 53 days are there. Trust me, if my class is your last class, then in 53 days, you can easily clear one group. Easily you can clear one group in 53 days, but with a condition. What is that condition? You have to study every day for 8 hours. 8 hours is minimum take. Okay, once you start your preparation with 8 hours, then gradually increase it to 12 hours, gradually increase it to 16 hours. And this gradual increase should not be in 30 days once. No. Once you are in that phase, okay, in that phase, when you start running, you don't run fast. You first give your body that massage, meaning warm up you give, and then you start running. Correct? So you do in the same manner. See, we have normally tend to have this habit. When we leave at a slow pace, then we increase our speed by seeing the time, and we know that we are almost near that entry gate, and we start running. Correct? So you should prepare in that manner. Increase. It should not be ulta. Learning curve should be there. Okay, 53 days are more than sufficient. How should I prepare? I have already told you. You are preparing for one group. Check which group you are preparing, group 1 or group 2, or which group you are confident you prepare that group. Not about group 1 or group 2. You are confident in this group, then accordingly prepare that group. In every group, you should have one paper, which can be any paper. One paper should be there where your marks should be more than 70. Meaning minimum 70 I should get. And if you ask me which are those papers, in group 1 it is accounts, group 2 it is costing. Because in these two papers, if you do last 6 years ka question papers, you will get more than 70. And you can ask the faculties, okay, you ask Rakshish sir about costing. You see students, no, 90 plus they are scoring. You ask Achilles sir about his students. They are scoring all these marks, okay? It's not that they are not able to score. They are scoring all, everyone is scoring 80 plus, 90 plus. Why? Because it is possible. Ask me, my students, how many of them scored 90 plus? You will not find any. Ask Karthik, how many of them scored 90 plus? Seriously, audit is a subject wherein you can't score. But these two subjects are that subject, if you like practical. If you like theory, then beauty is law. Beauty is FMS or audit. In audit, I don't like, so I don't select that subject only. Okay, or audit. Of course, you have a great teacher. Correct me. So, you decide which that paper is, and that paper you should do it so many times that middle of the night, someone is waking up. 4, section 4 is the charging section of income tax act. They say 4, some random number they are telling. You are sleeping and they say accounting standard 25. Okay, meaning you should be so much into that subject that you sleep also, in dreams also, that should really come. You should prepare in that manner. And 53 days, trust me, golden opportunity. It does not matter that you failed the previous examination, you cleared in the present exam. It does not matter at all. You just lost 5 marks, 10 marks extra. It does not matter. Give it as your first step and give it your best. A person who is going to propose a girl for the first time, he will be beautifully prepared. He will be prepared beautifully. Trust me when I say this. When you are going and proposing someone for the first time, you will by-hand some lines. Whether you are going to use it or not, it does not matter. But you will be well prepared. You will be by-handing some lines. You will take rose, you will take a ring, you will take chocolates because you don't know what she likes. Then, if it is second time, third time, fourth time, you will do research before only. Okay, this person likes chocolates. Why to spend money on roses and ring? Seriously, I'm telling you. It is a fact of life. When you are meeting someone for the first time, you don't know what that person I mean, I'm just generating. You don't know anything about that person. Let us say, when you saw me for the first time, you had no idea what this person is. You would have, oh, nice, you must be serious. Something and all you would have thought about me. Correct? And then you see second half, something you are doing. After 2.5 lakh load, something like this. Correct? No? So when you are meeting someone for the first time, you don't know about him. You will see him the way he looks and the way you perceive about him, the way you think about him. And every person will have a different thinking about the person whom they are seeing. Correct? So your examination, take it seriously, whether you are writing one group, two group, irrespective of when you are writing. Prepare a timetable. That is the most important thing. Once the timetable is prepared, follow it. Timetable should be prepared in that manner that every day, what will I do? I should do it. And see, the worst thing is, if you are writing, 53 days are there. If you are writing first group, if you plan to write first group in the May attempt, 53 days are there. Even if you give 1 day per subject, even after the first group exam gets completed, you will not complete your course. 1 day per subject, 1 day per chapter if I give, even if exam will get completed, you will not be able to complete your course. Maja is there in life. Seriously, Maja is there or not? Now you think, now you laugh. Sir, I have so much time in life. You don't have time. No one had time. No one is going to have time. Whatever is there right now. Prepare properly. You okay? Yeah? Now let us come back to our discussion. 51 minutes. I'll stop this video over here. Wait.